Shiny Pokemon are so rare, including this Pikachu with the Celebi outfit that is not available in Pokemon GO yet, guys. I mean, there is the Pikachu with the Rayquaza hat and other hats, but not the Celebi outfit or Celebi hat yet. But who knows, we may have it in the future next time. Alright, so today I'm gonna share with you guys my top 10 rarest shiny Pokemon here in Pokemon GO. So hi to all of you guys. So before I bring my screen up though, I'd like to say a few things. First of all, I'm not here to show off to any one of you guys, but instead to just share with you guys my collection in terms of what I've gotten over the years of playing Pokemon GO. I also will not be showing you guys any of my shadow shiny Pokemon, neither will I be showing you guys any of my shiny, legendary or mythical Pokemon, because to me they are technically not rare, and everybody's determining of something being rare is rather subjective because it really depends on where you live and how you play Pokemon GO, whether you spend Pokecoins in the game or not. So I'm here to share with you guys my collection, and hopefully you guys can share with me in the comment section down below your own collection also. So without further ado, let's go ahead to begin with not number 10, but actually number 12. I actually have a total of 12 shiny Pokemon to show you guys today. So let's check it out. The very first one is none other than the Stendler with the reindeer bells. Yeah. That was available during the 2020 December holiday event. And the reason why I ran this as number 12 instead of something that's higher, which I've seen from various websites, etc., is because it is available in the WoW. So anything that is available in the WoW, it's not exactly super duper ultra rare in my opinion. Of course, if you can only encounter a particular shiny through a certain event or certain like snapshot or certain egg hatch or certain raids, that's when it becomes tougher to get, because you have to invest, time, money, and sometimes even really extreme luck to actually get it. Of course, when you actually encounter this also, because this, if I remember correctly, was available in some areas also. Even if you have a nest for Stendler, it was available, and for you to go and grind your hearts out to get yourself a shiny Stendler. But I managed to get this, just gold plastic from the WoW. Yeah, last year, December's Christmas. So that's number 12. So let's go into number 11 now. So my number 11 rarest shiny Pokemon goes to another Pokemon that happens to spawn in the WoW also, but during a very limited period, during a Halloween event, and that is none other than the candle head, what do you call that? I don't even know what is this called, but basically the sable eye having the candle, yeah, you guys know. A Litwick, I think it's Litwick. Litwick's headgear, right? So this was available in the WoW also. So I managed to actually get this, and I was really lucky and happy to have managed to get this. And another thing though, if you guys are noticing so far, I am not showing you guys the IVs at all, because I'm not bothered about showing you guys my Shandos, because I've shown you guys in previous videos already. And also, I guess it'll be a very different video if I were to include the IVs also, okay? So I'm not going to talk about any Shandos or in fact any high IV Pokemon at all, because like I said, it'll be a very different video, alright? So back to this. Yeah, so this Sable Eye itself is really very tough to get. Even though it was the Halloween event, it was spawning relatively okay. I would say quite decent if I remember correctly, last year's Halloween event. However, it was still pretty tough to get it. If I remember correctly, the Halloween event lasted for quite a bit of time, more than a week definitely, but I don't think it's more than 2 weeks. So to get this actually is quite tough. And my very first Sable Eye that I got it when I was in Taiwan, but that was before this event actually happened. So I caught this when I was in Singapore. Of course, 2020 I can't travel at all, so obviously all the Pokemon caught in 2020 were all in Singapore, unless they were all remote raided. Alright, so let's go into number 10 right now. And that is going to be another Halloween shiny Pokemon with another costume, with the Bennett costume, Gengar. So if you guys remember, this Gengar with the Bennett costume was available in raids for the October Halloween event last year. And like I said, it lasted for like around a week and a half. So I managed to remote raid this, and this is the one and only shiny Gengar with the Bennett costume that I have. And to this date, you know, it's still a very, very rare Pokemon to get. It's a very nice looking Pokemon also if you see the design of it. I think this is one of the nicest like Gengar already. I mean, there were Gengar with like the party hat and other things also if I remember correctly, but this is the nicest looking one in my opinion, and really, really tough to get also. Yeah, so I believe we will be able to get another new costume for Gengar, or maybe another ghost Pokemon for the upcoming Halloween event. Hopefully that's going to be the case. That'd be really awesome. But right now we're going to jump straight into number 9, and that is going to be my Capchu with the ribbon on its head. So yes, Shiny Capchu was available, and if I remember correctly, this came out like after the first time Capchu had its Shiny available, and Capchu itself is pretty rare already. And I got it on the very last day of the event itself, alright? No, not event, but the year 2020. On the last day of 2020, I got this Shiny Capchu. It's my one and only Shiny Capchu. Don't even talk about whether it has the ribbon or not. Yeah, for some reason, I'm just very unlucky to get a Shiny Capchu. I mean, like I said, it depends on where you live. Here in Singapore, we don't see a lot of Capchus generally in the wild, whereas if you're living somewhere, say in Toronto, where you can have weather boost for, you know, a Capchu because it gets weather boosted by snowy weather, there's a higher chance for you to see Capchu as compared to living here in Singapore where it will never ever snow at all. Yeah, so that's a difference that you guys have to take into consideration. But I'm putting this as number 9 because there are more Pokemon that are rarer than this. So let's go ahead and check out number 8, and that is going to be a Pokemon that I hatched, which happens to be a Pokemon that is yellow in color and has an evolution and has a Mega, and that is Riolu. So I know a lot of people have been trying to hatch, you know, a shiny Riolu, myself included. Don't take it as if I got a shiny Riolu and it came very, very easily. No! I hatched a total of probably more than 130 Riolus after Riolu had its shiny form available. And this is my one and only shiny Riolu. It's just really surprising. No, okay, maybe not exactly surprising, but you know, it's quite sad to see that I've hatched so many Riolus already, and like I said, half of those were shiny available, and I only have one. I was hoping to hatch more, and you know, like someone like JT Vela, I think he has hatched like multiples already. And yeah, I mean, Riolu, I want to get the Candy XL for this. That's why I'm hatching a lot of Riolus, even till to date. But this is my one and only shiny Riolu that I've gotten. I'm very sure there are people out there who have 3, 4, 5 or even 6 shiny Riolus, but I'm just this unlucky. But if you guys notice the gender though, it's actually a female Riolu, which is actually harder to get than a male Riolu. It's 1 in 8 chance to get a female Riolu than a male Riolu. Likewise, for even Pokemon like Snorlax, a female shiny Snorlax is actually 8 times rarer than a male shiny Snorlax. That's a fun fact. You guys can go ahead to Google and check it out by yourself also. So that's why when I showed my friend this, one who is actually a shiny collector, she actually wanted to mirror trade for this Riolu because she knew that this Riolu, being a female, is actually rarer than her male Riolu. But I think I'm still gonna keep it for now, until I meet her. I've not met her for the last 1.5 years or 2 years already. Yeah, that's the problem. Anyway, let's go into the next Pokemon, alright? So the next Pokemon is going to be a Pokemon that is pretty rare, but I actually have 2 of this shiny already because I've just been lucky to hatch 2 of this. And yes, you guys heard me right, I have to hatch it because it is the Party Hat Shiny Wurmple. And this was available for a short period of time also. If I remember correctly, it's like a week plus also. So it's not exactly like a 1 month like event, so that's why it's pretty rare. And I don't think there's any event recently in the year 2021 that you can actually get this Pokemon already, so that's why I feel it's pretty rare also. But I believe it will come back in the future again with, I don't know, maybe other party hats, other color party hats, or maybe even other Pokemon with this particular party hat. That's what Niantic always do, right? Yeah, so it's a very nice color if you guys look at it, but of course with the party hat it looks even nicer. Yes, I mean, I have a lot of shiny Wurmples. In fact, I transferred away a handful of shiny Wurmples already, but I've never transferred a single party hat shiny Wurmple, and I only have 2 because you have to hatch them and not catch them in the wild. So anyway, let's go ahead and check out number 6. And number 6 actually goes to a Pokemon that you can only get it from a raid. And you guys can see it has the hat. Squirtle, shiny Squirtle with the hat. The top hat, I think. So this was available from raids, and the reason why I ranked this as number 6 and not number 5 or 4 as compared to later the 2 Pokemon that I'll show you guys is because this actually came round the second time in the year 2020, whereas the other 2 that I'll show you guys later on, they were caught back in the year 2019. So the reason why I rank this as number 6 and not higher than the other two is because this happened when remote raids were available, making it easier to obtain for this particular Pokemon for myself. However, of course, if you did not manage to get yourself the other two Pokemon, which I'll show you guys later on, during the time where the remote raids were not available, then it will be actually tougher to actually get those two also. But yeah, Squirtle with the top hat, with the, actually now I look at it, man, the back actually has some things. Yo, it's actually a Yamask hat. See, you can see the Yamask over there. I didn't even know that. Okay, that's cool. So let's just jump straight into number 5, alright? My top 5 rarest shiny Pokemon, they are going to be shown right now, and it's going to begin in number 5, and that is going to be, yeah, Bulbasaur with the helmet. You know, Auntie Gladys, she always calls this the helmet. Bulbasaur, yeah, it's shiny. You guys can see the sparkle like going around it. And I can't remember what Pokemon. Oh, this is it Cubone? No, Cubone is for the Charmander. I can't even remember what Pokemon this is supposed to be. Yeah, I cannot remember. There's like so many things to remember. But the reason why I rank this as number 5 is because, well, this was the first shiny with the hat, the costume hat that I got out of the 3 starters. And also, remote raid wasn't available at that point of time. 2019, remote raid wasn't available, so it was tougher to actually get all these raids. I remember getting this when I was still driving to actually do raids, and I was in the car with Auntie Gladys and Anne, and I was the first one to get this. So eventually, we did like, I think more than 100 like tier 1 and 3 raids, and then I was the only one who managed to get this shiny Pokemon. Both of them didn't even get any of the starter shiny Pokemon, which was quite sad. So to me, this is like super duper rare, and it's very, very tough to get. But you know, for me, I would definitely trade to whoever that actually asked me for it. Likewise, you guys ain't going to see a particular Pokemon that I've shown in the video before, my shiny Rufflet. I'm not going to show it at all because it's not in my storage anymore, because I've traded it to my friend, which I've mentioned a few times or so. So yeah, I do trade away even the rarest of the rarest shiny Pokemon in my collection, just to satisfy, you know, my friend's objective. But anyway, we're gonna check out number 4. Alright, and number 4, yes, it goes to the other starter Kanto Pokemon, Charmander. Yes, so Charmander is, you know, wearing the Cubone head gear. Yeah, I just noticed that it looks really cool from the side. Yeah, I don't usually like turn the Pokemon to the side unless I have the time to do so, like right now when I have a bit of time to do that. And we're going to scroll down to see that, yes, remote raid wasn't available also at that point of time. That's why I should rank it as number 4. And yeah, remote raiding definitely makes things so much easier, especially if you're one who's willing to spend money and spend Pokecoins on the game. You know, remote raiding definitely made things so much easier to obtain, especially the shinies, etc. Even like we talk about my shiny Rufflet, I don't think that would have been able to be obtained had, you know, remote raid wasn't available, because I remote raided for that. I remote raided for so many shinies. Yeah, including I guess regional shinies, which are going to come in the future. Yeah. So now we're going to go into my top 3 rarest shiny Pokemon, and the first one is going to be a Pichu with a flower crown. Alright, so this flower crown shiny Pichu, I feel, is my 3rd rarest Pokemon, and the reason for that is because, first of all, Pichu, you can only obtain it by hatching it. So since it's only hatchable, it makes it really, really tough to get already. And second of all, it only has a limited period during a certain event to actually get this shiny flower crown Pichu. So it's actually during the spring event 2020 that I was able to hatch this, and it's a 1-week event. However, during this event, there was actually a half distance egg hatch bonus that we all could enjoy. So it makes it, you know, like much easier to frequently hatch eggs as compared to when you do not have like half egg hatch distance or a quarter egg hatch distance. So hence I rank this as number 3, because yes, it is very, very hard to even hatch a Pichu to begin with during certain events, and to get a shiny during this event is even harder. However, I actually have 2 of this Pichu with the shiny flower crown. I was really, really lucky to get it, and like I said, because it's half egg hatch distance, it makes things so much easier to get. So we're gonna jump into the 2nd rarest shiny Pokemon that I got, which happens to be another Pichu with the winter beanie. So I'm only going to show you guys stuff that I have in my collection, because I actually have other rarer Pokemon which I have traded away also, including the shiny Rufflet, which I've shown in my previous videos of me getting it. And also, I do not have the rarest of the rarest, like super duper rare kind of Pokemon, but these are the rarest ones that I have already in my collection. So back to this Winter Beanie Pichu, and I rank it as number 2 because first of all, it is a Pichu, you can only hatch it. And it is during the winter event that also lasted for a week or so, if I remember correctly. And it was during the mid of the event that I managed to hatch this on the 31st of December, on the last day of 2019. And there was no bonuses for like half egg hatch distance or quarter egg hatch distance, hence making this harder to obtain as compared to the previous Pichu that I show you guys. So there are other Pichus available, so including Pichu with like the party hat, etc., which I did not manage to get myself the shiny form of. But you know, I know of people who actually went crazy for it, and I know of people who even went so crazy for it that they even yeah, this is not supposed to be done, but they actually went to buy from you know, online sources the party hat Pichu for $2,000 US. Yeah, I know of people who did that also. But yeah, it's just ridiculous to me. So how it will work is that you will pay $2,000 to that seller, then the seller will trade you that shiny Pokemon. And yeah, don't ask me. It's just ridiculous to me. Alright, so anyway, we're gonna check out the number 1 rarest shiny Pokemon in my entire collection, and that goes to none other than another Pichu. Oh wait, sorry, that's the wrong Pokemon. Yep, another Pichu. Okay, but this Pichu has the New Year hat. Alright, to me it is the rarest Pichu because of a few reasons. First of all, it is a hatched Pokemon. Like I say, you can only get it from the egg. Second of all, it is only available during the New Year's event, and this New Year event lasted for only 4 days without any bonuses like half egg hatch distance or whatsoever. So to have been able to get this shiny Pichu, it's really tough already in my opinion. Of course, there are other Pokemon that are even tougher to get, and you know, it's just insane. And like I said, I did not get them, but this to me is the number 1 and the rarest shiny Pokemon. It is 7 CP away from the Hundo, though. If it's at CP 270, it will be even more insane. It will be a Shando Pichu with the New Year hat. But yeah, this to me is the rarest Pokemon in my entire collection. I actually went through my entire collection like a few times just to look and determine which are the rarest Pokemon that I have. Of course, you know, I'm not including Shandos or Shadow Pokemon, etc., like I showed you guys. But yeah, I definitely am happy to have been able to hatch this Pichu. And at the point of time, you know, when you hatch certain things, especially like at the moment when you hatch it, you do not really know how rare it will be over time, because you may think that it will come back in another event, etc. But things may only happen once, and at that point of time, you may not even know that that one particular shiny that you got during the event could have been the rarest ever Pokemon in your entire collection, or maybe ever in the entire game. We're not too sure. Of course, the rarest ones would probably be like shiny Pikachu Libre, which you can only get from Go Battle League, or even the shiny Detective Hat Pikachu, which you only can get it through kind of in a very difficult manner, which I won't explain, but that is something that's like super duper god tier, which I have not seen it with my own eyes on somebody else's phone before. But of course, I've seen screenshots from online of it existing. But yeah, I think that's all that I have to show to you guys in terms of my top 12 or top 10 rarest shiny Pokemon collection. Let me know in the comment section down below what are your rarest shiny Pokemon, and if you guys, you know, want to see more of such videos from me, rarest shiny, rarest Hundo, rarest costume Pokemon. Yeah, so if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like on the video, it'd be much appreciated. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys in the next episode in the next video. Maybe we will see a shiny Pikachu with a Celebi outfit. I mean, I have it over here, so this is probably the world rarest Pikachu, right? I mean, only if you appear in Pokemon GO, then yes lah, but everyone can just buy you from the Pokemon Center. Yeah, I bought this from the Pokemon Center, by the way. Alright, so goodbye, goodbye.